Hello again. I take off for Bilderberg meeting next Monday, the 10th, I think it is. Meanwhile, more information is building up. We've seen on the internet Danny Estlin's latest information. Danny and I have collaborated for years at Bilderberg meetings. We always pool our information, as do all the reporters in Europe and elsewhere. Every evening we get together, confirm each other's information as best we can, share our information, and Danny has always been right. The information he has is consistent with the information I've gotten in advance of this year's Bilderberg meeting, and he expands on it to some extent. Let's see if I can find it here. He was, we talked about how Bilderberg is planning to exploit the global economic crisis to advance its own means for a world government. So I said, we have reported that Bilderberg will be trying to exploit the economic recession throughout the world for its own purposes. Danny expands on this a little bit, saying that Bilderberg is divided on whether to put into motion, quote, either a prolonged, agonizing depression that dooms the world to decades of stagnation, decline, and poverty, or an intense but shorter depression that paves the way for a new, sustainable economic world order with less sovereignty but more efficiency. Well, as we've pointed out so many times, the Bilderberg goal in exploiting the economic recession is to condition the public mind, both in Europe and the United States, to accept a type of world treasury department, or maybe they'll call it the Department of Economics, but it would certainly be surrendering significant sovereignty to a global treasury department under the UN, and it would be another giant step toward global government, which is the Bilderberg's ultimate goal. In addition, they plan to, and they're having some trouble with this, they were hoping to exploit the so-called swine flu to condition the public mind to accept the World Health Organization as sort of a global department of health. Now, the whole swine flu thing was a sham. Every year, 300,000 Americans get flu. Every year, 30,000 Americans die of flu. So they simply pulled a strain of influenza out of the air and named it swine flu. And everybody's supposed to be scared to death. Well, it's a complete sham, and to their horror, it seems that the so-called swine flu is no more complicated than the several other strains of influenza that affect the world every year. So, to their great disappointment, swine flu seems to be no longer a scare throughout the world, but they will try their best anyway to exploit the fears of the American people. So I'll have more on it next week and more the following weeks in American Free Press as we report on Bilderberg